A furious row has erupted over the flying of Union flags from Scottish Government buildings, with the Conservatives accusing the First Minister of tearing them down. Nicola Sturgeon hit back, saying the story was ridiculous. The former First Minister, Alex Salmond, then stepped into the dispute and said he'd changed the policy after a chat with the Queen in 2010. Our political correspondent, Andrew Kerr, picks up the story.
A potent symbol advertising who you are and where you come from. Not for everyone though. The saltire is more prominent in Scotland now, prompting a furious row about the use of the Union flag. Conservative leading newspapers said it had been purged from Scottish Government buildings because of changed guidance. Up until 2017, the rules said the Union flag could be flown on royal birthdays and anniversaries. Now in 2018, it says the line rampant, the royal banner must be flown, with the Union flag reserved for only Remembrance Day.
Well, this is just nonsense from the SNP government. What they should be doing is concentrating on raising standards in health and education and across the public services, not having civil servants spending their time changing the protocols for the flying of flags.
And the issue came up in the House of Commons, with the Scottish Secretary David Mundell saying it beggars belief that
the priority of the First Minister of Scotland is flags.
But the First Minister said it was a ridiculous story, adding there had been no change in guidance, the rules were updated to reflect current policy, and that she wanted to get back to important matters like health and education. The rules were changed, but back in 2010, after the former First Minister had a conversation with the Queen.
If the Conservative Party have got themselves into such a fancle that they object to the royal standard introduced by William the Lion in the 12th century being flown from government buildings to celebrate royal occasions, then they've reached the depths of despair.
On a stormy day in the capital, the saltires are flying proudly at St Andrew's House, the Scottish Government HQ. But perhaps this political storm is symptomatic of Scottish politics, highlighting the deep constitutional divide that still remains, with arguments raging for and against independence. Andrew Kerr, reporting Scotland, Edinburgh.